iron in the soul. What's up, YouTube? This is your big brother King Jabez, back today with another very important message. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video, leave a comment, let me know what you think about my content. In addition to that, please feel free to follow me over on Instagram at The King Jabez, as well as my website, theironsoul.com. Whatever you decide to do, it will be greatly appreciated. Well, let's do some work. Today's video is entitled Seed Retention, Day 40. And in particular, 2 blessings or breakthroughs that come directly from the Most High himself. Let's talk about it. Some of you say, big bro, it's been a while. Yes, it has been over a year. May of 2023 was the last time I dropped this type of content. And in fact, that video was about Shaka Zulu, King Shaka Zulu to be exact. And the custom he had for his men as the king, he challenged or basically made it mandatory for his men to be on retention for a year during times of war. And some of these men were celibate for many years for the purpose of course, testosterone, strength, being ready for combat, and to increase that aggression that's necessary when you're in that type of lifestyle. That was my last video. And in fact, my very first video, 4.5 years ago to this date, in fact, tomorrow being June 5th, will be 4 years and 6 months I've been creating content on YouTube. My first video was December 5th of 2019. And it was about 5 benefits of retention. And I think that video got about 40 to 50,000 views. And that was how I began to build my channel. And I went to different directions, as I will continue to do that, to really spread my wings. And I've got more followers with the topics I can teach, and to share a variety of topics to help you have a holistic lifestyle. So I won't do this type of content every week, but I feel necessary to do this today with summer coming up. In fact, last summer I ran into a man who saw me. I was leaving the gym with my wife. And he says, iron and soul. And every time somebody says it, it catches me off guard. So I was, driving serious, looking around and whatnot. So I started smiling. So I say, what's good, man? What's up, man? And he says, man, I've been following your content. And I've been doing retention now, I think he said for like 6 or 7 months. I've had a lot of you guys message me and say, man, big bro's content has helped me. Increasing business. Some of you guys are pro athletes. Some of you men are businessmen. And they're normally good reports. And there are others who are struggling, which is, okay, I understand that. And the reason I really began to give that content in the first place was my desire with that content was to help men with an issue that we all struggle with. And, many of you guys, intelligent, strong, wisdom, authority, great capability, great potential. And you really struggle in this area. And some of you are like, man, if I can just get control over this, I will be unstoppable. And some of you, this is really your weakness. And if you can gain control and begin to practice this in a wise way. I'm not here suggesting you have to be on retention for 5 years, 10 years. We're not here demonizing women, none of that type of stuff. You can have a girlfriend, you can have a wife. This is not the type of conversation. So I'm not the guy that's here to vilify women. I have a wife and 2 daughters, and I suggest you have your wife and some kids as well. So that being said, you know what I mean? And so that's not the point of this. And many of you say, okay, big bro, how do you do it if you're married? Well, that's an easy answer to that. Muhammad Ali was married. LeBron James is married. Steve Jobs is married. David Hay, a pro boxer. You guys remember all these talks I did in 2020? Remember I did the list, 30 Days of Iron. I talked about David Hay, Nikola Tesla. We talked about Joseph from the Bible. I broke it down. And so that's not really a hard question to answer. Most of these men who are pro athletes, Nipsey was with Lauren London. And he says he was at a place in his life where he's like fighting for his life. And that's kind of where your big brother's at right now. I'm going to be honest. I'm currently on a 40-day streak. And I am in what I would like to be, what I see to be, rather, a spiritual boxing match. Kind of like a boxer gets prepared to go into the ring 90 days, 120 days out. Some of you guys who follow me, I know you UFC. Some of you guys pro boxers, amateur. Some of you guys high school, college football, basketball. So all type of guys follow me who need that physical grit to really, this is your business. This is how you take care of your family. You know what I mean? So I feel like right now I am in I'm preparing for a spiritual boxing match. That's the way I'm looking at it. And I need several months in my mind's eye to make this shift. I'm going through a spiritual war. I've been teaching for the last year straight about chosen ones. I am a chosen one. Many of you who watch me are chosen ones. And as chosen men and women, we're going to have spiritual battles. We're going to have fights. And so I'm going to tap into something that has been a game changer for me, I can say, my entire manhood. And so this is something I will teach any man with full confidence. It is biblical, by the way, for those who wonder about that. And let's talk about that. There are two blessings that come from God directly when men are on retention. Did you know that? Let me give you the first one. This concerns the nation of Israel, the Hebrews, and Moses. God told Moses and the men to not come near your wives for 3 days. And the reason for that is that after 3 days, they were going before God in a special way to receive a direct message. So the revelation there is pretty clear to me. When you are on retention, this aids you or helps you to receive direct guidance from God. That's where Big Bro's at right now. I can't listen. It's one thing to listen to content, to read books. I'm always reading, as you know. I got 2 books right here. One upstairs about, the law of one. I'm reading all types of stuff right now. So it's good to read books, to pray, all of that. But there are times in life right now where I personally, your big brother, I need some direct guidance from God. You feel me? And some of you, you're in that place right now too, in terms of where to move. Some of you got to make a tough decision. That's just part of manhood. We all have those tough decisions to make. Moving to a new city, changing your career. Some of you are contemplating getting a second job. Some of you contemplate getting one job. Some of you are contemplating getting into creating content. I ran into a guy at the gym just a few weeks ago, and he said, "You think about doing content." He's from Chicago. And I kind of gave him some advice, tried to encourage him and say to go for it or whatnot. So many of you are in that transition, right? As we get ready to transition to the summer, and you got some decisions to make. And so I believe that retention, I know from personal experience, it has aided me for years when there were times in my life when I needed a shift. And in fact, that was one of the reasons why I left my job 4 years ago and went to full-time self-employed, being a self-made man, entrepreneurship. I was on a 90-day, not 90 days, I was on a 100-day plus, over 100-day plus streak when I left my job. I mean, it got to a place where, okay, I'm 100 plus days, and it was so clear to me I can no longer be here. I've been here for 8 years. I put all this work into this. There is something more for me. And you guys know I got online with no subscribers, and it shut up to like 20,000 in a couple months. You guys came around me when I was teaching this content. So I know from experience, there are times when this practice will help make a shift. And some of you, big bro, you're saying, okay, that's where I'm at right now. I need to make a tough decision. Okay, what am I going to do? And many of you are under a lot of pressure right now, battling depression. I ran into another man from the gym I think this was either Saturday or Sunday, just a couple of days ago. And I saw him walk. He said, "Man, how you doing, man? You still going to the gym, right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm still going." He says, I'm just talking because, of course, you know who he is. He says, "Man, I haven't been in like 6 months." And he talked about how his mother passed away and his brother was struggling with something and just really battling depression. And I felt bad for him because I know a lot of guys are right there right now where you're battling depression, don't have motivation for the gym, don't have motivation to read, don't have motivation to pray. And I understand that. Sometimes, man, stuff gets real. You feel me? And so I'm not here like I don't get that. I go through my battles. Why is my channel called Iron in the Soul? I mean, some of y'all still not getting that, bro. Life is hard, gang. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. And so this is a practice that will help you as a man to shoulder those burdens that are heavy. This is why the Most High, and this is going to sound generic to some of y'all, but it's real to me. And by the way, this is a totally unscripted video. I have in fact, I got notes right here. I got a bunch of notes, but I'm talking from the heart because this is coming out better, to be honest. And I might do another video with the notes I actually have. I have like 4 or 5 pages of notes typed for this subject. That may be another video. Let me know in the comment section if you want to hear those actual notes. So the Most High has given men broad shoulders to carry burdens. He's given women broad hips to birth babies, which are a huge responsibility, bringing people into this earth. And so as men, we have to carry those burdens. And a lot of us, men, let me talk to you. Let's talk about it. No judgment. We're all men here, right? Sometimes we carry those burdens with drinking alcohol, smoking blunts, chasing women, going from woman to woman, trying to get rid of that pressure. As one man said, looking for a mistress to get rid of the stress. You know what I mean? And so I understand all that. I'm a man. I get it. I had a father, rest in peace, grandfather, rest in peace, uncles, cousins, men for the community, boys in the hood. I get that. You know what I mean? So I'm not here judging men who do that. I'm just trying to give you a better way. You feel me? So this is not a judgmental talk, but just a real conversation. When those burdens come to us as men, we all have those. Seed retention it helps you become grounded. And that's kind of how I feel. If you're wondering, like, okay, how do you feel right now, big bro? You're in 40 days. You know my story. It's not my first, rodeo with this. I've been doing it for years. It's a way of life now at this point. It's not a challenge. The challenge was over many years ago. This is now just something I do when necessary. You know what I mean? And that's what I think we should do as men anyway. And so how do I feel right now? Today was just a day of really, I would say, mental clarity. Total clear thoughts on certain subjects, decisions I need to make. Probably a week ago, I had a very intense energy where I had to go work out twice a day. You guys know I'm doing a challenge right now with 300 push-ups a day. Today is day 50. I cleared those earlier today. And I'm actually going to go to the gym tonight to do my deadlift session. So you see, I'm getting really serious with the fitness. I've been doing it the whole time, been online. But now I'm just trying to take it to that next level. You feel me? So, of course, the physical strength is there. The power in my legs is there. That's not always there, to be honest. There's been just a aura that I have. And I have that anyway, just being a spiritual person, praying, fasting, walking with God. But I notice how people are on this current streak, and this happens on every streak, but right now we talk about present, not what I did 5 years ago, but what's happening right now. The respect is there. People look at you and they can tell there's something different about you. They can feel your energy. It's like you can't mistake it. I've had so many experiences where it's like, okay, this is clearly what's going on right now. And it's respect. I was in the gym one day working out. The lady just handed me some weights. It's just it's odd, but we know what it is. You're doing something or practicing discipline that most men won't. You feel me? So I encourage you guys, man, who are struggling right now, who may be watching stuff on your phone you shouldn't be watching. Okay, no judgment. I'm not God. Challenge yourself to really have a productive summer. Don't allow these next 3 months, June, July, August, to just be wasted. So the first point or the first breakthrough is direct revelation. Those men did that, and they got a direct message or answer from God himself. Number 2, bread. This one concerns King David. He was running for his life. You know the story from King Saul. He had his men with him. They go to the temple for bread, showbread. And the priest asked them, have the young men been at least kept from women for 3 days? And they had. That was an ancient Hebrew custom. And so because they had fulfilled that obligation, they had been away from their wives and women for about 3 days, the priest gave them bread. Now, what do we call bread today in 2024? Money, chicken bag. So I do believe, and I will always believe this, that retention will help men to manifest quicker. I know you've heard it before from 1,000 content creators. We're all saying the same thing. It's true. I noticed this, and my wife has said this too. I'm a married man. My wife told me this. She says, man, when you're in retention, stuff just manifests quicker. And so my wife can testify to this. You know what I mean? As a man, you will begin to start creating additional income for yourself. You'll get opportunities. People will start hitting you up. I've had this experience. You're on retention, on a streak. Somebody hit your DM over on IG. Somebody hit your DM over on Twitter, wherever you're at, with an opportunity, with a breakthrough. And so I do believe that this will help you with your finances. And there's a war over that right now, of course, over a lot of things. But as men, the provision we need to go forward to take care of ourselves and our family, this will come to you when you are on this discipline. And the reason for this is clear to me. Your seed as a man is your brain fluid. And when you retain that, this is what the Hindus or the Indian culture refers to as ojas, or brilliant power, retention. So it gives you that mental clarity, clear thoughts, and you're able to think and grow rich. You're able to manifest. So the brain is the instrument of manifestation. So if we're trying to manifest something in terms of a career, music, modeling, business, entrepreneurship, working a job, tradesmen, barbers, whatever you're doing as a man, this right here is how you manifest it, right? So if we believe this, and I do, this is why I do this, by the way. I believe this. If my brain is the instrument of manifestation, and God's given me a seed as a man for the purpose of creating babies or to manifest something in my mind, it's a waste to use any other way. That's really my belief. You know what I mean? And so when you're able to do this, you have the necessary brain fluid to create new ideas, to have the courage to make that bold decision, right? To have the strength you need when you're in that ring fighting somebody, and when you're boxing, you're playing basketball, you're in a competition, you're at work with the men, and you're having some disagreement in the business world. You speak up for yourself. You make a decision to leave a job, to pick up a second job. These are all decisions I've made over the years as a man while practicing this. You feel me? So, 33 vertebrae in our back. The seed travels those 33 vertebrae, which is a picture of Jesus or the Messiah, Yeshua, and we call it the Christ oil, right? And so literally it travels from the lower part of your body, which is a reference to hell, and it travels to the upper part of your head, or a picture of heaven. So you have, it's interesting, even in the man's body, you have pictures of hell or beneath, and heaven, the head. And the oil travels up your body, it nourishes the brain, and this gives you what? The charisma, the intelligence, the strength, the aura. Some of you say, big bro, that sounds crazy. It didn't sound crazy to Nikola Tesla. It didn't sound crazy to Mike Tyson. It didn't sound crazy to AC Green. I'm talking about when I talk about 2020. These are all videos I did, 10-minute videos on these guys. Wasn't crazy to Nikola Tesla. Wasn't crazy to Mike Tyson. Anthony Joshua. You feel me? Nipsey Hussle. Joseph, Daniel, King David. It's crazy to these people. None of the guys online who create this content. There's a lot of guys creating this content. And so either we're all just making up something, or there's something here that you as a man have to consider. Now, even after hearing this entire video, you may still decide, no, this is not for me. That's cool. It's your business as a man. But I'm just here to present the information, and it's up to you to utilize it how you can. So that's all I have for you today. I trust this video, man, will give you some wisdom. I hope it will motivate you to consider starting a streak yourself, to get that strength you need, to get that motivation, to make that next big move. As a chosen one, this is a discipline that will help you to put your purpose over your pleasure. And when you put your purpose over your pleasure, you can prosper. And that's our goal, is to prosper, or in a Hebrew, to advance and to move forward with the help and with the assistance of the Most High. So this is currently how I feel on day 40, and looking forward to keeping this streak going for a while, to take my life to the next level, and to really go through a new door I believe the Most High has for me. And that's why I use the analogy of a fight. I feel like I'm in a fight right now. And some of you, you're in that same place. This is why Nipsey did this. He said, in fact, I watched the interview. He says, I feel like I'm in a title fight right now for my life. In other words, he's saying I'm in this game and I'm trying to take it to the next level. You feel me? That's what Nipsey was saying. And so you got all type of guys, man, to talk about this. Rappers, athletes, business people, philosophers, ministers, Muslim, Christian, Hindu. This is something that is universal for all men. I don't care who you are. You can benefit from this. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this video. This is your big brother, King Jabez. Man, thanks for listening, guys. God bless. Peace.